evening, everyone. I'm honored to take part in this Tallinn Digital Summit, where we grapple with the challenge of securing the digital tomorrow. Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, I thank the Republic of Estonia and Honorable Prime Minister for hosting this impressive occasion. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to provide you with the perspective of ITU, the United Nations Agency for Digital Technologies. There is one similarity, actually, between Estonia, especially Estonia's male choir, and ITU. We don't have a Grammy, but we have 6 Emmys, and I welcome you to Geneva to see them with me. Dear colleagues, there are a number of prerequisites for making the digital tomorrow reality for everyone, everywhere. First, connectivity. For now, some 2.6 billion people, 1/3 of the world's population, is still offline, with high, low-income, rural, urban, and male-female usage gaps. Public funding won't be enough to bridge the infrastructure gap, but it, together with appropriate regulatory frameworks and enabling policy environment for investments, can help unlock private financing on the required scale. This is the aim of the Digital Infrastructure Investment Initiative, which we have been co-leading with 6 development banks. We launched it together with the G20 presidency of Brazil. It is set to continue under the South Africa's G20 presidency as well. Results of the initiative will feed into the International Conference on Financing for Development to be held in Spain next summer. Ladies and gentlemen, satellite technology, especially in low and middle Earth orbits, presents new opportunities to expand connectivity and backup terrestrial networks. The rapid development of direct-to-device technologies is merging satellite and mobile connectivity, starting with emergency communications. Every 4 years, the world comes together to agree on the rules governing wireless and satellite communications at our World Radio Communications Conferences, or WRCs. Agenda of our next WRC in 2027 is 80% about satellites, a clear demonstration of the expanding place of this technology in our digital world. Secure digital tomorrow depends on digital infrastructure being resilient. Submarine cables, which carry 99% of the international data traffic, are key in this regard. Those cables, however, are vulnerable to cuts and mishaps with serious impact, as recent disruptions in East Africa, the West African coast, and the Red Sea showed. Actually, the last 3 days have starkly demonstrated that the Baltic Sea is not immune to such disruptions as well. In the coming days, ITU, together with the International Cable Protection Committee, will be launching the International Advisory Body for Submarine Cable Resilience, comprised of ministers, heads of regulatory authorities, industry executives, and other senior experts from around the world. It will work to address challenges to submarine cables that carry the globe's communications traffic. Importantly, it's not just submarine cables that are at risk. For example, over the past 50 years, natural disasters have increased 5-fold, threatening digital infrastructure. ITU is helping countries to develop and implement their national emergency telecommunications plans to strengthen the overall digital resilience. Digital infrastructure, regretfully, is increasingly targeted in the raging wars and conflicts. For example, the war against Ukraine has resulted in an estimated $2.1 billion damage to the telecommunications infrastructure. ITU has been consistently calling to, at all times, ensure continuity of communication services and protect communications infrastructure. Cybersecurity must be strengthened along hard physical infrastructure as well. In 2023, 34 countries received assistance in their cybersecurity development from ITU, addressing areas such as CERT support and national cybersecurity strategies, and participants from over 130 countries engaged through cybersecurity events. Importantly, of course, connectivity is only as valuable as the services and opportunities accessible over it. Global DPI Summit that we co-hosted in Cairo in the beginning of October, together with UNDP, UNSG's Tech and Voice Office, and co-develop, provided a further boost in helping all countries build the foundational blocks of digital economy, digital public infrastructure. Our key partnership in this regard, GovStack, co-founded by ITU with Estonia, Germany, and the Digital Impact Alliance in 2020, has facilitated development of digital government services. ITU is also promoting digital literacy and skills, addressing gender, socioeconomic barriers, and providing regulatory guidance to creating inclusive digital societies and economies. A key aspect is the environmental impact of digital development. Digital technologies are crucial in helping other sectors respond to climate crisis and cut emissions. However, the environmental footprint is noteworthy too. Actually, I have just come back from a United Nations Climate Conference COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan. Last Saturday, 16th November, was the first ever COP Digitalization Day dedicated to building a climate-positive digital future. I'm grateful to Azerbaijan COP29 presidency for convening a high-level roundtable with ITU and for putting the COP29 declaration on green digital action forward for endorsements. Building on the Green Digital Action Initiative launched by ITU and more than 40 partners in the lead-up to the last year's COP28, the declaration embeds digital technologies as a transformative tool for climate action while committing the digital industry to take responsibility for its own environmental footprint. It has received over 1,000 endorsements from governments, companies, civil society organizations, international and regional organizations, and other stakeholders. Thank you to Estonia for being among early endorsers and for your strong statement in the high-level roundtable this past Saturday. It is still open for endorsements until the close of COP29, and I would like to urge everyone to use this window of opportunity to join this historic moment. A key area of increasing focus for all of us is, of course, artificial intelligence. AI can boost education, agriculture, health, and inclusive finance. If done right, it can even mitigate 5 to 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. But it also carries risks, from misinformation and disinformation, as well as exacerbating gender, racial, and other biases, to, as we heard from Google earlier this morning, cybersecurity, and even potentially existential risks. A key risk for many is also to be excluded from the AI revolution and to be left on the wrong side of the deepening AI divide. Investments in AI, however, with its tremendous energy needs, are destroying net zero roadmaps of technology companies. It is therefore, for all these reasons, it is a key focus of the Pact of the Future, as well as the Global Digital Compact annexed to it, both adopted by the UN Summit of the Future in this past September. ITU has been working on both benefits and challenges of AI for over 7 years. I hope many of you were able to attend our annual AI for Good Summit, convened together with over 40 UN agencies earlier this year. It also featured our first AI Governance Day, which explored emerging governance frameworks for this technology. Please mark your calendars. AI for Good Summit returns in July 18th to 11th next year as even bigger and even more exciting platform for all of us to work together to make sure that AI benefits us all. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing digital future to everyone requires commitment and hard work of many stakeholders. Galvanizing them is the purpose of Partner to Connect Digital Coalition. Pledges of its partners have now surpassed the $52 billion mark. This partnership campaign is producing success stories like new broadband networks helping connect rural schools and healthcare centers, digital literacy programs empowering women and youth, and digital infrastructure investments facilitating e-governance services, making it easier for citizens to access public services online. This complements the broader UN-wide and multi-stakeholder digital development and cooperation framework set 2 decades ago by the Twin World Summit of Information Society, which is due for review next year. Dear colleagues, secure digital tomorrow needs navigating the complexities of our digital destiny, leveraging opportunities and addressing challenges. Let us continue to innovate, invest, and work together to build a prosperous, connected, resilient, inclusive, and sustainable digital future for all. Thank you very much. Thank you.